Breaking news tonight at 6, an arrest in the unsolved Delphi murders case.
Abby Williams and Libby German were killed 5 years ago in February of 2017.
And tonight, a man is behind bars in connection with this case. We've got team coverage for you tonight at 6.
Our Emily Longnecker has the background of this case. Rachel Krause is in Delphi with what she's learned about the man who was arrested.
But we want to begin tonight at 6 with our Karen Campbell, who's live from the Carroll County Jail. She's got more on today's breaking update. Karen?
Well, Scott, we have learned that the man who police arrested, his name is Richard Allen. The man arrested in the Delphi murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. We were told that he is currently being held at the White County Jail for Carroll County. Now, the sheriff there could not release any more information on this. That's because of a press conference, a news conference that is scheduled on Monday. Indiana State Police, along with the Carroll County Sheriff's Office, numerous other agencies, the Carroll County prosecutors, they're all going to be at this press conference again, held Monday. There, they're going to announce this arrest in the Delphi murder case. Also included in that, we've learned the U.S. Marshal Service will also be a part of this press conference. Again, we don't know much now, only what the prosecutor's office would say, only what Carroll County sheriffs would say. Again, that Richard Allen is in custody tonight. But now I do want to turn it over to my colleague, Rachel Krause, who is also here in Delphi, and she's learning more about the suspect in this case. Rachel.
Yeah, and Karen, as you mentioned, as we wait to hear more information from police about who Richard Allen is and his connection to the murders of Abby Williams and to Libby German, we're also working to find out more information about who Allen is here in the Delphi community. Now, here's what we know so far. Property records from the county show that Richard Allen lives along Whiteman Drive in Delphi. We knocked on the door of the home Allen's believed to live at. No one answered the door at the home. Neighbors who live just down the road spoke to us. Some say they didn't know Allen well. Others were shocked to hear of his arrest. Throughout the afternoon, Whiteman Drive has been busy with folks from Delphi and around Indiana coming to see his home. Stephanie Roberson drove up from Edwardsport, Indiana to be here for a memorial for Abby and Libby. Now she hopes with this arrest, their family will finally have some answers.
Just pray that, you know, if this is the guy, they've got him, and if there's more involved, that he'll talk and won't go down alone. So.
Now, we are still working to find out more information about who Richard Allen is and his role here in the Delphi community. We'll be continuing to search for answers to that throughout the evening here.
Rachel and Karen as well. Indiana State Police have been investigating this case for more than 5 years. They are the lead agency in this case. It was back in 2019 that State Police Superintendent made a statement, and this was a statement made publicly, and it was directed at the girl's killer.
To the killer, who may be in this room. We believe you are hiding in plain sight.
Now, this Delphi murders case is complex.
Yes, our Emily Longnecker has been covering this ever since those two young girls disappeared back in 2017, right before Valentine's Day. And she's here now to break down some of the history of this case for us tonight. Emily, this has just been a heartbreaker.
Yeah, and just watching that soundbite with Superintendent Carter, I remember being there that day, the day he said it, and the way, you know, the hair on people's arms really stood up. And it is a complex case. Yeah. The murders of Libby German and Abby Williams not only changed the lives of two families forever, they changed an entire community. Residents of Delphi who had once felt safe letting their kids play outside alone suddenly didn't, and wondered if they'd ever feel safe again.
It was supposed to be a walk in the woods shared by two friends. Abby Williams and Libby German had the day off from school that Monday in February 2017, so they went to this hiking trail near Delphi's Monon High Bridge. When the girls didn't return to the spot where they were supposed to be picked up, their families knew something was wrong. The following day, their bodies were discovered in a wooded area near the bridge. A day later, investigators released this image taken by Libby German with her cell phone. The man police would eventually say they believed was the killer. A week later, the public heard for the first time the man in the picture's voice. Via audio, police said Libby also captured of him speaking. In those first days, Indiana State Police and the FBI set up a command center in downtown Delphi, receiving thousands of tips. None of them, though, led to any arrests in the case. 5 months later, police released this sketch, saying it was the face of the man from the bridge. Still, though, no arrests, as the families of Abby and Libby held on to one belief.
Today's the day.
And that's what they continued to tell themselves, even 2 years later when police released a second sketch of a much younger-looking suspect, along with video of the man on the bridge, walking, and more audio. Still, there were no arrests.
Know that changed today. We know from Indiana State Police sources that police investigators have arrested Richard M. Allen, 50 years old. Indiana State Police have scheduled a press conference for 10 a.m. on Monday. I'm told investigators will be meeting with the family of Abby and Libby before that press conference. We'll be there, of course.
Yeah, such a tough time for that community and those families.
Yeah. Abby was Anna Williams' only child, so only daughter. And just, over the years speaking with those families, they've been more than gracious always to speak to us every time that there was a memorial or a vigil, just sharing their heart and the vulnerability of that. And it's just been a long, long road for these families, but they always said today is the day.
Yeah.
They've never given up. They've always said today is the day. So it looks like today is finally the day.
Yeah, and we'll find out more information as we uncover it and police release it as well. And, those milestones, every birthday, every Christmas, every milestone for those families, just so much heartache.
Right.
Yeah, so our thoughts certainly are out with them tonight. Thank you so much, Emily.
We're going to be covering this story throughout the night into the weekend, and certainly as we've been reporting over the last 5 years, this Delphi community has really rallied behind the victims of these two young girls. People have held vigils, conducted search efforts there in Delphi, fundraisers, and honored the lives of both of these girls, Abby and Libby. The community is supported and searched for answers to these murders that really have plagued their city for 5 years.
At noon today, family members of the victims posted a reaction to the news of the arrest online on social media. Here it is. This was from Twitter. Kelsey German thanked people who have supported her and her family in the search for justice for her sister Libby. She also ended the post with, as Emily was referring to there earlier, today is the day. Becky Patty posted this picture today. It had the caption, "Today is the day." Becky happens to be Libby's grandmother.
Now we're going to be live from Monday's news conference, getting this update from Indiana State Police, asking them questions that you want to know. You'll be able to watch that news conference live on 13 News mobile app, and we'll also be streaming it on WTHR Plus.